Behind every legend lies a reason. This is Myth and Motive.
Things you might not know about Mongolia. Mongolia is a sovereign country located at the crossroads of three regions: Central Asia, North Asia, and East Asia. Between China and Russia, it is a landlocked country with terrain mainly consisting of plateaus and mountains. Mongolia's territory is quite vast, covering an area of over 1.5 million, but its population is only about 3.3 million, making it the least densely populated country in the world. Thanks to its favorable geographical location and the strategic genius of Genghis Khan. In the past, Mongolia once had a powerful and warlike empire, renowned worldwide. At its peak, the Mongol Empire expanded its territory to 24 million square kilometers, 2.5 times the area of modern-day China and accounting for about 16% of the global land area. Ruling over more than 100 million subjects, the Mongol Empire existed during the 13th and 14th centuries and was the largest contiguous land empire in human history. Originating from the Central Asian steppes, this empire stretched from Eastern Europe to the Sea of Japan, including much of Siberia in the north and extending south to Southeast Asia. The Indian subcontinent, the Iranian Plateau, and the Middle East, even the Yuan dynasty, which we often see in Chinese films, was established by the Mongol Empire. Wherever Mongol horses tread, grass cannot grow. However, on the world map, there is a small nation that 3 times halted the advance of the Mongol Empire. That is Dai Viet, showcasing the glorious history and strength of our Vietnam. After a period of prosperity and historical upheavals, modern Mongolia is a peaceful country with sunshine, wind, and endless green grasslands. This place is famously known as a vast wilderness. Mongolia's landscape is characterized by snow-capped mountains, steppe valleys, lakes, and the Gobi Desert. Therefore, many people come here to freely gaze at the endless horizon, immersing themselves in the vast sky of the steppe. However, that alone is not enough. Tourists from all over the world come to Mongolia not only for its pristine and majestic natural scenery, but also for the allure of its over 2,000-year-old culture. Mongolian culture preserves traditional values while incorporating influences from China and Russia. Nomadic life has forged a strong will and courageous spirit in the Mongolian people. The land of Genghis Khan is famous for sports emphasizing speed and strength. Naadam. The Naadam festival is considered an Olympics, where people compete in 3 traditional sports: horse racing, archery, and wrestling. Initially, these sports were only for the brave cavalry and the army. But today, women can also participate, competing in archery and horse racing events. We know that horses are closely tied to the history and culture of the Mongolian people. It is said that a Mongolian without a horse is like a bird without wings. Every Mongolian has their favorite horses, with each family member owning one. Men ride horses without saddles, using only small characteristic stirrups to herd livestock on the hills. Their horse hooves and bows once dominated the world. The skilled horsemanship of Mongol cavalry was once unmatched. Whether in the past or present, Mongolians still value men having a healthy body, firm physique, and Mongolian wrestling is considered one of the 3 skills men here must possess. That is why wrestling has a history of several centuries. Wrestlers are seen as symbols of the ancient ideal of strength, outstanding and noble sportsmanship. Wrestlers participating in competitions wear traditional steppe attire. Additionally, they wear a hat adorned with various ribbons. These ribbons represent the achievements they have attained in this sport. With their robust bodies, Mongolians not only dominate the steppe with traditional sports, but also conquer heights in modern sports. In the sacred arena of sumo wrestling in Japan, Mongolians have also shown brightly. Sumo is one of the best preserved representatives of traditional Japanese culture, an artistic sport highly revered by many. As Japan grew wealthier in the 1970s and 1980s, fewer Japanese youths were willing to accept the harsh challenges of a sumo wrestler's life. Sumo recruitment drives in Japan could not find enough candidates to sustain the sport's growth, so foreigners were allowed to participate. Japanese recruiters favored Mongolians and found many of their wrestling skills applicable to sumo. Although sumo wrestlers tend to weigh around 135 kg on average, many have body fat percentages of only about 20%. Recruiters prefer leaner, more muscular Mongolian wrestlers over those already overweight. This way, after entering a training stable, heya, they gain weight on a solid skeletal frame. Mongolia has produced 4 yokozuna, the highest rank in professional sumo: Asashoryu Akadori, Hakuho Sho, Harumafuji Kohei, and Kakuryu Rikisaburo. For comparison, in the past 20 years, only one Japanese, Hisada Zato Yutaka, born in 1986, was promoted to yokozuna in 2017 and retired 2 years later. Interestingly, while traditional Eastern culture often views white as a symbol, Mongolians deeply cherish this color. They regard white as a symbol of purity, bringing good luck. During the early days of the new year, they often wear white or exchange white items as gifts. In Mongolia, the Lunar New Year has various names like Cheese Festival, Lamb Festival, but the most common is White Festival. Since ancient times, the Mongolian people have highly valued white, so the first lunar month is called White Month. Thus, the New Year celebration is named White Festival, meaning White New Year. The origin of this name may stem from the white of winter or from white foods. This could date back to the start of Sagan Sar, signaling the end of the cold winter and the arrival of spring, the time for family reunions. The characteristic of Mongolians is their free-spirited nomadic lifestyle and reverence for freedom. They live close to nature and often do not stay in one fixed place. Due to this unique lifestyle, the postal system for communication between tribes was also distinct. The postal system of the ancient Mongol Empire was called Yam, meaning checkpoint. It was a vast network of postal stations with messengers tasked with delivering letters, intelligence reports, and important information from one station to another. Each station was spaced 24 to 60 kilometers apart, and couriers regularly maintained contact. Across the Mongolian territory, there could be at least 1,400 such relay stations, with over 50,000 horses used for transport. A messenger typically had to travel 40 kilometers between 2 consecutive stations. Afterward, they could receive a fresh, rested horse or pass the mail to the next person to ensure the fastest speed. Typically, they could cover up to 200 kilometers per day. Alongside their free and open lifestyle, the role of women in Mongolian society has always been highly valued throughout history. During the prosperous era of the Mongol Empire, women were responsible for economic development while men trained in martial arts to become brave warriors. Additionally, Mongolian women also served as shamans with social status. Compared to the role of European women in the medieval period, Mongolian women held a much higher position. They even became powerful tribal leaders. In modern times, Mongolia is a place where women have more career advancement than men. Women increasingly excel in educational attainment and face less unemployment. Livestock herding was originally a male-only occupation. In any bar, pub, or club, female customers always outnumber males. However, precisely because they focus so much on social status compared to men, modern Mongolian women who decide to stay in the city to find work after graduation find it extremely difficult to find their life partner. Throughout their lives, Mongolians are accustomed to the free nomadic lifestyle of the world. Therefore, they also choose the most natural way to return to Mother Earth. Sky burial is a sacred and ancient funeral custom in some regions of Mongolia and Tibet. This is where the deceased's body is placed outdoors as food for vulture flocks. Many Mongolians who follow Vajrayana Buddhism believe in a reincarnation of the soul, so they consider preserving the body unnecessary. At that point, the body is nearly an empty shell because the soul has been reborn into another body. At sky burial sites, the entire vulture flock process the deceased's body under the observation of local people. They believe that donating the body to vultures is a virtuous act, because it can save the lives of small creatures and become food for vultures when they're hungry. Before the sky burial ritual takes place, the deceased's body is kept at home for 3 to 5 days. Afterward, relatives bring the body to the high mountain sky burial site, far from residential areas. All family members witness this sacred ritual. According to the perspective of Vajrayana Buddhism in Tibet, the deceased's family is encouraged to witness the sky burial ceremony, to be able to confront death and perceive the impermanence of life. Along with horses, eagles are also a sacred spiritual creature, closely associated with the image of wild and strong hearts on the Mongolian steppe. Some have said that when seeing eagle hunters riding horses, you will understand how Genghis Khan could conquer the world. Eagles are hailed as the lords of the sky in Mongolia. For 4,000 years, they have always been raised and trained to become companions of Kazakh hunters. They usually live around the Altai region because eagles easily fall ill in humid climates. When boys reach the age of 14 to 15, they learn how to train eagles for hunting. The Kazakhs capture young eagles from nests in the wild, on steep, high cliffs. The domestication process can last from 3 to 4 years. A mature eagle in the Altai region can weigh about 6 kilograms, with a wingspan from 2.5 to 3 meters, and is especially loyal to its owner. They always stay by their side and are ready to sacrifice themselves for their own. When herding livestock to graze, people also bring eagles along, so they become familiar with the livestock and understand that they are not allowed to hunt domesticated animals like goats or sheep. Hunting expeditions usually take place in winter, when fox and other animal tracks are clearly imprinted on the snow. The eagle will perch on a rocky outcrop observing. The hunter below creates noise to flush the fox out of its den. When the eagle spots the fox, it quickly spreads its wings, swoops down, and drives the prey for its owner. After catching the prey, the hunter shouts his clan name to express pride. However, today only about 60% of hunters actually use eagles for hunting. The remainder primarily perform for tourists. Dear friends, when mentioning Mongolia, people often think of vast grasslands and golden wild hills. But few know that this place was once a thriving land of Buddhism. Erdene Zu Monastery is the symbol of Indian Buddhism with its extremely unique architecture. The monastery was built in the ancient city of Karakorum, the capital of the Mongol Empire in the 13th century. Erdene Zu Monastery is considered the oldest surviving Buddhist monastery in Mongolia today. The monastery was recognized as a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2004. The monastery includes unique temples, surrounded by a large wall with 108 stupas built on stone bases. With its distinctive decoration, the two main pillars of the monastery are red. This monastery is a combination of 3 ancient architectural styles: Mongolian, Tibetan, and Chinese. The monastery was built in 1585 by Prince of Taisaken after he met the 3rd Dalai Lama. And when Tibetan Buddhism was declared the state religion in Mongolia, the entire monastery was originally surrounded by a wall with 108 stupas, corresponding to the number of beads in a Buddhist rosary. Initially, the monastery consisted of 3 temples with Chinese architecture, built of brick and stone, arranged in a horizontal row and facing the rising sun. By 1872, 62 temples had been built inside. Later, many additional temples and residences were built around the main temples and even outside the wall. By the early 20th century, it was estimated that over 700 structures had been constructed. During its golden age, the monastery complex housed approximately 1,500 monks. For the Mongolian people, Genghis Khan is considered a national hero, a major symbol in Mongolian life and culture. Genghis Khan founded the Mongol Empire, which became the largest invading empire in history, reviving the Silk Road, unifying warring tribes, and consolidating Mongolia's position on the world map. In 2008, the world's largest statue depicting Genghis Khan on horseback was erected on the banks of the Tool River in Sanjan Bulldog, 54 kilometers east of the capital Ulaanbaatar. According to legend, it was here that Genghis Khan found the golden whip. The statue is 40 meters tall and clad in 250 tons of stainless steel. The statue is placed atop a 10 meters high building with 36 large columns, symbolizing the 36 kings who succeeded his legacy. The statue faces east, the birthplace of Genghis Khan. Inside this two-story statue, visitors can see a model of Genghis Khan's legendary golden whip. When visiting, tourists can enter inside the statue. Here, visitors will find a large map depicting Genghis Khan's invasions, an art gallery, conference room, restaurant, and souvenir shop. It can be seen that Mongolia is truly a land worth living in, with the vast grasslands of the steppe and the free nomadic lifestyle. On the World Tourism Map, Mongolia is an impressive destination with a rich and fascinating cultural history waiting to be explored. And you, what are your thoughts about this once famous empire? Please share your opinions in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications for the channel to watch upcoming exciting videos. And now, goodbye and see you again.
If the legend hooked you, subscribe and open the next case.